And welcome back to part two. What if Titan was in Seven Deadly Sins? I know that we have giants in Seven Deadly Sins, like just ask Lady Diane, or yeah. So where we left off, in part one, I explained that basically the Titan, the main character of this story, or of this main what if series, was he was walking around and he found, or when he came back, he found his entire race was annihilated. Basically, when he looks down, he sees a human knight in between his feet. He was dead, so there was no point in like kill something that's already dead. So then he, of course, was here's a like party music, as let's say a princess was in the like the castle away from the party. So then yeah then he does that roar thing, and like what Zeke does from the anime. But then the Titans start eating like the king, the queen, all of the servants, and all the men, women, so that they yeah, and they all got annihilated. So yeah, all that stuff. But still, when the princess came back and saw there was no one around, like there was bloodstains all over, they see, or she sees human remains. She was she wasn't involved with the massacre, so she doesn't know what happened. And then the Titan left. Of course, she was hiding behind a wall as the Titan. I'm catching you up to speed. So, so he was basically, yeah. After he left, she saw him to be a to be her husband, to be like she wants him, but when things cool down, he then she'll probably, you know, go ask him herself. So then, yeah, and all that stuff going on, and go check out part one. The then now we are up to speed. Of course, Titan ends up joining the soldiers to go battle against the Demon King. That was Meliodas thing, like that one. And, and as Derry was her like commandment thing was left her body, so that's what. But she still has like, instead of having like that dark arm, she has like the normal arm, like what you see before you. This one, because of she doesn't want to just be. So then everyone, so when he came back, he sees as So then the whole shenanigans and as he's like, you're the only one that ready? And Zuko, or as the Titan says, you must be one of the caretakers of Meliodas and Zarathos, right? Yes. We both bam as Titan rips off their heads. Because how fast he goes, he wasn't in that mood of talking. As the core, killed him, and then, or he kills, and then the Titans, because how fast he was at, as he needs like some reinforcements, as they cover their ears, as he roars like the same thing, but on a whole nother level, as the animals like deer, elms, or any type of species, they all ended up transforms into titans, and they all start coming and attacking Meliodas. So then basically the Titan looks at he sees right through, as he takes all the 10 commandments out of Meliodas. Yes? When he said, ultimate fox hunt. As he, as the absorbs it into his own body. As he, because if he was, there's other thing that I forgot to mention. If they bite on themselves and when they transform, whatever, like, curses or the, like, power thing that they have, like, that's not their own, will wiped from history. So he went poison as he bites himself in a, like, thumb, and then that lightning strike thing, of course, and that's what happened. And Zuko, and Titan, evolved back into his own skin, as he was bigger than Troll, and he's like a colossal, but with skin and, like, pants, and yeah, he was back to his own old body. So yeah, basically the Demon Kings is 10 Commandments, those spirit things, ended up got wiped out as the old man and Titan, he says that you will protect those people that are around you and all that stuff. So then he says, yeah, I will. They are my family. I trust them. I have faith in my parents anyways. So you need to do the same thing. Okay? So they both walk, and you know that, like, how the Titan or, like, Colossal Titan, the old user, like, I forget his name, the one that Broly, I think that's what his name is. Basically, let me repeat myself because I didn't have a recording on. So the Demon King like, tells Titan that if the Titan, or if he was one of his children's, he would have been proud of him, and, like, so yeah, and all these stuff, as he, like, does that. So it was all over. So then the time skip. The kids his kids from 4 of his wives, like I think 16 of them, like, became adults. Because of time skip. So he was back at his castle, so before. And yeah, they all have Titan genetics, so they can't be hypnotized or brainwashed or anything like that. They were like the Yeah. So the queen is happy about it with the because she actually did tell him that he or she knew what happened about you killed all her people off, but including the king. But she tells him that no one really liked that guy because he was so demanding. Are you glad that he's gone? He got eaten by my type. Yeah. And the queen has the same, like, it's between the queen, or that used to be a princess, and when she was a princess, she looked like that, and, or looks like her, but with, like, silver blue hair, like beautiful hair. And then we had, but when she was or when she turns into a queen, she looked more the like her height. She grew a little bit big, and she looked like her, but with a that dress. Yeah. So basically, all of that stuff going on. Of course, the for the Zark, the Leota's his brother, the Titan walks up to him, and because he was so like how much pain he was in, he looks over and he wants a Titan to kill him. Man, he says, why would I ever do that? I know that you have a heart for a certain someone in your life. You, I believe that vampire girl, right? As Zartros doesn't, or really didn't know, but then when he got it, he said, yeah, that girl. What about her? Let me he fix you up. Um, um, as because he as the knife he pulls the knife out as he cuts as the, his own arm as blood dripping down um, onto Zaratros's mouth as it's healing him up as it closes itself afterwards as his body starts to start moving. He was like, wait, that usually affects the Titans in healing. Yes, but the I modified my own blood to help other people too. So, yeah. So then, well, how did you feel? Well, about, because I had a talk with your father. Yeah. As he says, really? Yeah. Really? As he says that. You talk on to him? Yeah. So then Zuko or Titan says that if this or if the Titans were like fused with the demons or like you guys, and I would have been probably your big brother. As he smiles at him, as he starts giggling, as Zarathos is like, huh, well, you based off of what you do, who, no, like that boxing stuff, you could take out those harnesses. Huh. Yeah, but not. Mm, I must be so dang lucky to have all of you. So then, yeah, then he gets rejoined with his girlfriend. Then then she becomes his wife afterwards. And then the whole like shenanigans and the Genesis as yeah, the he ends up um um using the like she was trying to grab Millie or not Meliodas. She tried to grab Elizabeth, but the Titan mirrored her away. As he says that the um, huh, you're one crazy lady, aren't you? Well, the one that survived his entire like extinction of the. But I'm still puzzled by why you're helping those people that killed your entire race. Yes. As he says that I have nowhere to go or no, like he doesn't know what to do. So he has four wives. Like there was the princess of that turned into a queen and got yeah, and then we got the spellcaster, Derry Airy, and the and her. So basically, I don't remember what the fourth one was. So all four of them um became his wife. Yeah, or wives. Then, yeah, he starts battling it out. Knocks the Titans, or when he was at the wedding, at like Lady Diana and King's at both of their weddings, or at their wedding, as he picks up a weapon, as sorry about that. And yes, basically the he picks up the, let's say, a sword, and he has this, like, as he tosses it away thing, as it just makes him feel sticky. What as the he, she says, "What's wrong?" As he says, "Oh, nothing. It's just don't let any of you pick up those swords or weapons. We have to destroy them." Okay, because they are draining the energy from the user every time they use it. As Gil Thunder agrees, okay, and they both, like, as they took all those, like, weapons off of the giants, as they, like, slap them in the face, try to waking them up, as he used his unique skill, as he stomps his foot, and all the giants went back to normal. Oh, so yeah, basically he was never normal. So please hold on. So yeah, basically when he stomped his foot, all the giant aliens that were, like, mind controlled were back to their normal selves without any weapons to make a massacre. So yeah, so he ends up, like, there we go. I believe there's more in he at the castle, as he starts running, because one foot because the titans are faster than giants, because they only take few steps. Like, giants take only, like, they have to, like, take small steps, but for titans they could take big steps. So he could, or they could go from point A to point B real fast. So and plus how big he is in his Titan form, heck, the Gil Thunder and her and I forget the others, could be on his shoulder. And yeah, he he was so big. He even like uppercuts. Mm. Yeah, so there you guys are. As he smacks the Titans away, they tell, or actually Gil Thunder tells them that in order to save the Giants, is first we need to remove their weapons. As he does that, and they're doing the woo woo. Sorry. So basically, he does like a good person does. He pulls them out safely, and because he can't like. Of course, she in her armor, she knows what to do, and she uses her attacks to destroy him. As the as most of them are basically the like all of them were destroyed. And here's this weird part. The they're So his kids that were at the wedding thing, they all were safe as they loved their father so much. They respected him because they know that they have the power to transform into titans, but they don't know what titans they have. So he ends up teaching them how to use their titan forms. So, yeah, before. And they kind of master uh, it's like how they have to learn how to walk before they fly or they swim or do anything. Well, they basically grew up, and when their bodies can handle it, they can handle it. Sorry, I have to do that because sometimes I have instead of can't, I try to say can and handle it. I keep saying can't, like in CAN apostrophe thing T. He can handle it, but they can handle it. So they are in their Titan forms. Same side, or like all the way to to his neck, and they usually like walk around. As every like kingdom, um, was or they know about the Titans are back, and if as a or one king was so greedy that if he wanted their blood to sell on like eBay or something like that on trade mart, he would have, or he sent in. He wasn't like, and no, he wasn't the same king that got eaten by his servant. Nom nom nom. Yeah, imagine. How did he die, man? Well, he got eaten by a titan. No one cares about him, so, but everyone else, we do. I'm making that joke, so don't take it literally. But, yeah. So, the greedy king, after the Janus thing, the greedy king wants more power. What does he do? Well, he builds up enough forces to try to take on the kingdom, to take over all the money, fame, fortune of the Titans' home. As he's like, of course, one of the Titan, or the spies of the Titan, heard that and reports it too. As the Titan and Ethan was not happy with how greedy is he? As he's ready to do the same thing what he did with the kingdom that he took over. Or not really took over, he just destroyed it and they ended up rebuilding. Then, as everyone knows that, or everyone has that truth thing. As, let's say, that girl, the one that because he's the king of the country, or the kingdom, and he has a really good relationship with I forget that one where right next, or sorry, right next to and no, I didn't say the N word, but I said right next to in that scene, I think Falmouth or where. I'm trying to remember, but yeah. Of course, he wants to do the same thing. Of course, the princess knows that what he did to the country, or the kingdom, he wants to do it to the other kingdom, not the allies one, but that greedy king that he's trying not to be a good role model. Yeah, he's just trying to, as he's taking a breather, as most of the servants of him, or under him, they know that when he gets angry and taking a breather like that, they have to calm him down. So, yeah. they know that if he gets upset, sometimes people that want to hear his voice, like, he has that power to transform anyone into it. Except for his kids, because his kids are the they are born with a Titan's abilities, like shapeshift, so they're unaffected by it. So he needs to take his anger out on those people that try to turn his kingdom into the graveyard, like what yeah. So then he ends up going, because they know that when he gets angry, the at a when he's focused his anger on something, that's it. That greedy king is gonna go through what they went through. Yeah. So the soldiers are alerting the guards, and then the guards are like, "Hold the," and they pull out spears, arrows. They're starting to shoot at him, but he runs up, and he's terrifying up close. But that's only when he's angry. But most of the time he's happy as a clam. But when he roars, like, he roars so loud that every soldier that was in that kingdom, everyone, or every human, animal, became a titan. Yeah, as they all, like, start devouring everything. Like, they all, like, stomped on or breaking buildings, slapping the kingdoms around. Yeah, and the king is, like, terrified. I would be too if I was in this what if, but I'm not, so I'm good. So, yeah. The imagine just imagine in your head how this girl feels, like, right here. Imagine being in her situation, seeing all these giants. Yeah, you would probably pee your pants. So then, yeah, then the whole thing, like, the entire country got kicked so hard, like, they got immediately, they because there was no one survived. They in that, like, kingdom, because everyone was dead. The of course, the plus his three daughters, others were, like, three of them had, like, anger to the Titan, because they wanted to kill the Titan so bad, but at the same time they kind of want him to be like their boyfriend. Of course, it's the love slash war thing. Because they know that he turns their kingdom into a like spawners or like food spawners. Yeah, so the Zuko ends up, of course, Zuko ends up saying, or no, Titan ends up being like, okay, these other survivors, as most of the, like, so those three princesses became queens of it, and they ordered the, like, a bunch of knights to go kill, the Titan. As he says, I swore that I killed the entire kingdom of that town. As he breathes it in. And, of course, he wants to do it again, but so those three, like, are his kids that are now adults, that they live a happy life. They aren't they know that reason why her father does that is because or they don't know why he does it, but then one day he finally told them the whole backstory of why I'm protecting this home castle home because let me show you. As he takes all of 16 of his children to that grave site, and he looked up as they were like, why are we here? Well, this is the where I was born. See, I was always been born as a Titan, but with the powers of a shapeshifter. That's why. And I was being like stupid and left my own hometown. It was a mistake to leave. And as he starts to cry, because all those Titans are dead, because of the humans. But as he starts to cry, as his sons and daughters are like, hey, now we see why that you always, like, every time there's a kingdom tries to kill all of us, you end up going to there first and then end up killing them first. Yes. So, yeah. Zuko, or the Titan, agrees with that. He tells him that that's why I always will be protecting. Okay? Now it sounds like that Titan thing where let me show you what I'm talking about. So it's the same like story as the backstory of why the first Titan Eaton. But instead of getting like turned into a slave thing, the he 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 like killed everybody and then the kingdom, and that's how I feel if she kills the entire kingdom. And yeah, but the queen, or no, the princess that I am trying to reference, the princess of that kingdom and his 4 wives, Amos, was boosted that up. So, yeah, he wasn't like a bloody tyrant like most of his brothers and sisters, but he ends up being he ends up becoming a like nicest titan in the world. So then the whole kingdom, or like the one that had a greedy king that had like 3 children, is about to, or like the 3 children were now became princesses of that, or no, became queens, as those 3 is ready, or they told the Knights that they need to suit up, go on there, kill the Titans and all of his people, that all of the everything, then all the other stuff, burn their houses down, everything. 2 seconds later, none of the soldiers came back. Because, or actually, not the soldiers, but the former soldiers. Basically, when the main army went and attacked, as the Titan was in his Titan form, as everyone covers their ears at his kingdom, because they know that as when he used his voice, when he roars, man, oh man, he was roaring in stones. Yeah. So he was basically just like, he turns the entire army of the 3 raging queens, that's what I call them, into the army of Titans that he commands them. So he commands them to like go back to their town and destroy it. As the Titans agree, they all like, yes. As they all like went, like, instead of being like brain dead idiots, they are abnormal. So they're focused on. So he goes with them as they go back to their thing. And of course, their kids, or his kids, wanted to see some action. Because they're adults, so they can do that. And yeah, the having 16 kids that are like titans, yeah, it's in their genetics. So yeah, so when they saw the massacre on that thing, as the, let's just say the king, no, his allies, or let's say Meliodas wanted to come and visit. They came and visit. So where's Titan? It's someone or some other kingdom tried to invade our little kingdom. He is taking care of it. As when Meliodas says, okay. And when he's, of course, Daenerys says, means by taking care of it is basically, you know what you know how all Titans have. As Elizabeth is like, yeah. She even saw his power firsthand before. Or when he was battling against the Demon King. And yeah. So then the children's, they have like same armor, like armored Titan, like hardening. So they could just do it. The same thing what their father does. Yeah. So then the Titans also listened to them. Like, so it was the three princesses that became queens that were raging queens have been eaten, and the entire main army became a bunch of corpses. And the kingdom is now in ruins. So he ends up telling them that if any of you want this kingdom, as he knows that they know that he might find, or they find a wife for them, or boyfriend, whoever takes control of it, declares as a king in that town, establish good relationships with him. Like, yeah. So he basically took out two kingdoms that are bigger than whatever that other kingdom is that they're allies with. It's a head scratcher. So sorry if this video is really long. So, yeah. Please wait for part 3.